Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk to you about what I learned at the beginning of this year, 2016, about moderation and how it can be applied not just to food, but to your entire fat loss lifestyle. So the beginning of 2016, I decided that I was going to quit dieting once and for all. I had been going along this strategy for quite a while, about 4 years, but I still struggled. I still had diet myths that were holding me back, that were putting up barriers. I still had barriers towards really fully committing to this way of life because it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of trust in the process, and we want to see results. We're results driven. We want to see the scale. We want to see the numbers change. But I committed to 2016 being the year that I was not going to focus on my weight. I was not going to focus on the scale. And I've been successful. I have not done that. I haven't ignored my health. I haven't ignored my exercise, my meals. I have still dialed in on learning about myself, but I wanted to do it in a different way. And so the start of 2016, I decided that I was going to approach my meals moderately. So my workouts, I just kind of went with the flow and did what I enjoyed. But with my meals, I wanted to try adding in those foods, those things that we have been told for so many years are unhealthy, are bad for us, we shouldn't eat them. And I wanted to try implementing some strategies to trying those foods out. So I started to buy chocolate, wine. I started to have more cheese. I started to eat bacon for breakfast. I started to focus on when I was hungry versus when it was time to eat. I dialed in on my mindset. I dialed in on how I was going to figure this out so that I did not have to ever start a new diet plan again. And I learned some very positive things, and I learned some things that didn't really work. Most importantly, what I learned was that with moderation, there is a very fine line between moderately eating and overeating, right? It's a very fine line between opening that bar of chocolate and having one piece or eating the whole thing, right? I kind of expected that, so it wasn't so much of a shock when it happened. I certainly had my days where I overconsumed my calories, right? I certainly did that, but I was also aware of it. What moderation taught me more than anything else was that it's not just about the meals you eat. Because if we only approach our food with moderation, then what happens to everything else that's going on? We're ignoring it. Or perhaps we are consuming some foods moderately, but we're either all in or all out on our workouts. It's still extreme, right? It's still all or nothing. And what I want to do and what I teach my clients is to move away from all or nothing, move away from binge or bust, move away from on or off plan. Instead, take moderation. Take the thing that is so scary and apply it to everything, not just food. Because when we apply it to just food, we're still putting the focus on one area. So it's about taking moderation and implementing it into your lifestyle. So I coach women through a fat loss lifestyle, right? We want to lose weight. We want to lose fat. We want to lose pounds. We also don't want to spend all of our time and energy and money focused on one area. So instead of trying to work out 7 days a week and eat clean 100% of the time and walk 4 hours a day and get your 10,000 steps in and read 25 new self-help books, take a moderate approach to it. Take a moderate approach to fat loss. This is what I do with Lose, Love, Learn, right? Instead of us only dialing in on one thing, we find your problem pillar. Meals, exercise, leisure, mindfulness, the 4 pillars of fat loss. We find your problem pillar. We put a majority of our focus on that, but we don't ignore everything else. Together, I coach you through focusing on everything, because it isn't as much work when you're moderate with your entire lifestyle. It isn't as much work when you understand that you're being successful. 3 workouts a week, fat loss foods, 1 hour of walking a day, that is going to be way more beneficial to you than 7 days of workouts and eating clean and having no room for maneuver. Because as soon as you go off track, you are going to struggle. This is why I have taken the idea of moderation. I just want to apologize for my fingernails. They are all kinds of skanky. When we take moderation and apply it to a fat loss strategy, you are going to be more successful than if you go all in or all out. Because all in or all out results in all or nothing, and it usually results in nothing. It results in the same old lack of results. So I ask you to consider this. Take a moderate approach to all 4 pillars. I started out this year only focusing on my food, and I realized that it just wasn't working. So I took moderation, I took a fat loss lifestyle, and I blended them, right? I don't teach my clients that they have to eat clean. I don't teach my clients they have to work out for 7 days a week, hour at a time. I don't think that's realistic. I'm not prepared to set myself or my clients up for failure. I want to be realistic about the way our lifestyles are. Consistency is key. And if you can consistently eat fat loss friendly meals, if you can consistently work out 3 times a week, that is probably going to be a darn sight more successful than every time you went on a diet and quit. So instead of asking you to quit on yourself, I ask you to quit dieting. Join me and a group of other amazing women who have already enrolled in Lose Love Learn, because this coaching program is not just about getting you from A to Z in the shortest period of time. It's a short-term program to provide you with long-term results. I take moderation and fat loss and I blended it. Blended it? I blend it. I took those 2 strategies and I made something that works, because I don't believe in all or nothing. I don't believe in binge or bust. I don't believe in on or off plan. I believe in you. I believe in your idea. I believe in your success. I believe in results. And I believe that you can achieve what you want to achieve. You just need to try something different. So that is what I learned from moderation. And I hope that you will join me for 90 days starting October 1st with Lose Love Learn. To go and enroll in Lose Love Learn, the description box contains the website address. Go to that link. There is a payment plan. There are 2 payment options available. I ask you to join me because I know that this is going to get you the kind of results that you need. If you don't join me, you're going to start a new diet plan come January 1st. You're going to continue to struggle. The next 90 days are going to go by whether you join Lose Love Learn or not. What have you got to lose?